Massive news coming from a $10 billion company that will help Shiba Inu to get to $1. You sure don't want to miss this, so make sure you stick around to the end of this video. Plus, we've got some crazy updates about shibaswap. Again, you don't want to miss that. It's huge. Finally, a couple of market updates as well. So, it's a packed video with several groundbreaking news and updates. Make sure you don't miss any part of this video for anything. We've got loads to talk about, so let's skip right to it. Disclaimer. What's up, SHIB Army? Welcome back to the channel, your #1 source of daily legit Shiba news and market updates. If it's your first time here, a very special welcome to you. Please consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications so you're the first to know once I drop a new video. Alright, that said, let's get into today's video. A $10 billion company is set to push Shiba Inu to the $1 price mark. What company is this, and how do they intend to help Shiba Inu? Well, you'd have to watch this video to the end to find out. But for now, let's begin with why we need a massive burn. At this point, it probably sounds like a broken record, but Shiba Inu needs a massive burn for the token to increase its valuation. The truth is that the Shiba Inu supply right now is huge, which means that the token isn't scarce. And as the simple laws of economics show, any commodity or asset that is ubiquitous cannot be valuable. This is why we must beat down the total amount of SHIB in circulation. Right now, there are about 500 trillion SHIB tokens. That's a whole lot. Blue Horseshoe 8 gives us some perspective into just how much Shiba Inu we have in circulation. There are about 3 trillion trees on Earth. That means there are 164 times more SHIB coins than trees on Earth. There are roughly 7.9 billion people on Earth. You could give every person 62,500 SHIB and you'd still have a few left over. If a SHIB was a physical coin the size of a quarter, 500 trillion SHIBs could encircle the Earth over 3,800 times. You could give 1 million SHIB to every owner of a Shiba Inu on Earth, and you would still have more than 3/4 of the existing supply left over. There are more SHIB than stars in the Milky Way. There are 1.6 quadrillion blades of grass on Earth. That means for every 3 blades of grass, approximately, you would get 1 SHIB. As you can see, SHIB supply is staggering, and there just isn't significant progress on the horizon if we don't bring down the supply significantly. Our best bet for doing that is massive burn, but the dev team still hasn't been able to come up with a strategy for that. To be fair to them, massive burn is not as straightforward as it seems. It's either the team funds the burn from their pocket by buying huge bags of SHIB, or the community agrees to burn 10% of their gains. Neither party seems particularly thrilled at the prospect, and it doesn't seem like there's any other way. Hopefully the team is thinking up something that would help to reduce token supply. That said, it's been grim in the market recently. We should have a bit of fun tonight, right? Well, check out this funny game suggested by Radman Sabay yesterday. He says, "Hello, SHIB Army. I just wanted to make a fun post tonight. We all need to laugh with the way the market is this week. I'd like everyone to give me their best idea for what SHIB should stand for. I'm gonna say, so hot it burns. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are in the comments section. Make sure you have fun with it." Alright, now let's get to the shibaswap announcement, and this is a huge one. The NFTs section on shibaswap has been updated. Users will now be able to buy, sell, and trade 10,000 unique Shiboshis NFT, and these NFTs will be exclusive to shibaswap only. The announcement on shibaswap itself reads, NFTs, buy, sell, and trade 10,000 unique Shiboshis, unique and only available on shibaswap. You don't want to miss this unique NFT drop. So I went ahead and checked out the NFT section for myself. It's up on shibaswap, and if you've been using shibaswap for a while, you'll know instantly that this is a new addition to the exchange. Now, if you go ahead and click on the NFT sections, it's going to take you to another page that says Shiboshis coming soon. This is very exciting, guys. Shiba Inu will be releasing its own set of NFTs in a short time from now. I can't wait to see what they look like, and I'm sure you can't either. And it looks like we won't have long to wait. So make sure you get yourself ready for the NFT drop. You definitely don't want to be told. Alright, we will get to the $10 billion company pretty soon. But we first need to touch on this super important market update. The announcement affects Bitcoin, but you could say it affects the entire crypto market, Bitcoin being what it is. Anyway, there seems to be extreme fear among Bitcoin investors for the first time in 2 months. According to Crypto Potato, the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index plummeted recently, which shows that there is extreme fear in the community. Just a couple of days ago, the price of Bitcoin dropped by $8,000, sending market sentiments about Bitcoin into extreme fear territory for the first time since the end of July. How did this come about? The latest developments of the financial market, especially the recent Evergrande debt crisis in China, caused a major setback for the digital asset industry. As a result, Bitcoin's price plunged massively to below $40,000, which became the lowest price tag since early April. Somewhat expectedly, similar developments have caused a rapid change in the community's sentiment on the asset. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index confirms these expectations. The popular metric that determines the general feelings towards BTC has dropped to a state of extreme fear. The last time it dived to such a low was on July 21st when Bitcoin dipped below $30,000. The results of the index range from 0, extreme fear, to 100, extreme greed, as today's number stands at 21. What typically causes swings of the metric is the price of the cryptocurrency. However, various factors such as volatility, market volume, social media, surveys, trends, and dominance also play an essential role. As it turns out, this extreme fear isn't only spread in the Bitcoin camp. Cryptocurrencies like Ethereum have also been facing some challenges too. Community sentiments toward Ethereum have also entered fear territory as Ethereum's price dropped below $3,000. While extreme fear sounds like a cause for concern, and somehow it is, it also presents an excellent buying opportunity. It is, as the experts say, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Already, a Bitcoin whale has taken advantage of the situation and amassed another sizable quantity of Bitcoin. Of course, this isn't buying advice, as I'm not a financial advisor and I only make these videos for educational purposes. But please do your own research and come to your own conclusions. And finally, we're here. A $10 billion company is about to send Shiba Inu to $1. So just yesterday, AMC's CEO made the following Twitter post. I sincerely want to hear your opinion via this Twitter poll. By the year end 2021, AMC will take Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash for online payments. I hear from many on my Twitter feed that we should accept Dogecoin too. Do you think AMC should explore accepting Dogecoin? You're probably wondering how this has anything to do with Shiba Inu. Well, if you look into it critically, you'd see that there's an opportunity right there for Shiba Inu, and Shytoshi seems to see it too, because he replied to the tweet saying, go #ShibArmy. Here's what I think. AMC's CEO decided to give Dogecoin some consideration after many people had brought the token to his attention on his Twitter feeds. We just hit 900,000 followers. We have the numbers needed to draw the CEO's attention to Shiba Inu as long as we play our cards right. But before we get into all that, you're probably wondering why all of this is a big deal. Well, if you are, it's a dead giveaway that you're not from the United States, by the way. But anyway, a brief background about AMC. AMC stands for American Multi-Cinema and is the largest movie theater chain in the world. It has close to 3,000 screens in 358 theaters in Europe and nearly 8,000 in 620 theaters in the United States. Currently, the conglomerate is worth over $10 billion and has declared that it would be making its first foray into the world of cryptocurrency before the end of the year. If you've been following the channel, then you probably recall when we brought this news to you sometime in August. Adam Aron had announced that the company would start accepting Bitcoin as payment for movie tickets and concessions if purchased online at all of its US theaters. Already, AMC is setting up the necessary IT systems in place to ensure that cryptocurrency payments are possible at AMC at the end of the year. Obviously, with AMC's size and influence, cryptos that are accepted would be gaining massive exposure, not to talk off the massive adoption that comes with it as well. This is why, as a community, we need to come together and get Adam Aron to notice Shiba Inu's adoption of the currency, which would also mean more utility for us. So what do we need? Well, we've got the numbers. 900,000 followers, with over 80% of those followers being active. Now, if we go to the comment section and bring Shiba Inu to his notice, he would have no choice but to consider adding Shiba Inu to the list of crypto to be accepted by AMC. just like he did with Dogecoin. And we can do this, guys. We just have to decide to play our part. Come on, guys, let's show them just how big we really are. If you enjoyed this video, then please like the video and leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. If you're a true Shiba Inu fan, then you must check out this video.
Something massive just happened, and Coinbase makes it even more interesting. This is the biggest amount that was seen this year. Billions sound like a joke now. Today we are talking about trillions with a T. But what is even happening? And why were we waiting 1 year for it? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Today, things took an unexpected turn. Analytics uncovered a jaw-dropping revelation in the crypto world. On-chain data nerds' watchful eye caught wind of some hefty transactions, totaling a mind-boggling 4 trillion Shiba Inu tokens. And the destination? None other than the major U.S. exchange Coinbase. This massive influx amounts to nearly $100 million in real-world currency. And wait, let's pause and soak that in for a moment. We're talking about a staggering sum here. To put it into perspective, imagine a mountain of cash tall enough to make skyscrapers look like pebbles. That's how colossal this move is in the realm of cryptocurrency. For starters, it's not every day that you see such astronomical amounts being shuffled around, especially in the Shiba Inu space. This influx could have significant implications for the market, potentially triggering waves of excitement, speculation, and maybe even a few sleepless nights for traders. But what exactly just happened? Well, according to a report, a whopping 4.29 trillion Shiba Inu tokens made their way to the largest U.S.-based crypto trading platform. And what makes this even more intriguing is that these tokens were scattered among just 10 wallets. Talk about a concentrated effort. And here's where it gets interesting. Tokens were acquired over 2 distinct periods, spaced 3 years apart. The first batch was snagged back in September 2021, followed by another round in March of this year. And get this, the savvy owners managed to snag these trillions of coins at an average price of almost twice as cheaper than it is now. Fast forward to today. And if these holders decide to cash in at the current Shiba Inu price, they're looking at a cool profit of around $41 million. And now let's take a moment to digest that. Sure, it might not be one of those jaw-dropping, headline-grabbing gains that crypto is famous for. But hey, let's give credit where it's due. Turning a modest investment into tens of millions? That's not too shabby. It's like hitting a home run in the world of crypto. Maybe not a grand slam, but definitely a solid base hit. And remember that big Shiba Inu transaction we talked about on Monday? Yeah, the one where Robinhood moved a whopping 600 billion Shiba Inu tokens? Well, as it turned out, it was all just Robinhood moving its own stuff around. But today's Coinbase situation, that's a whole different story. We're in the dark about why all that Shiba Inu ended up there. And let me tell you, the rumor mill is working overtime. People are coming up with all sorts of theories about who's behind it and what it means for the market. It's like a mystery novel unfolding in real time, and everyone's trying to crack the case. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. If the $100 million Shiba Inu move is going to be a success, then it's going to be a success. But if the known 100 million Shiba Inu move got your attention, get ready for something even bigger. In a major shakeup in the crypto world, Coinbase just saw its largest Ethereum outflow of the entire year. And we're talking over $1 billion here. This massive shift as reported by CryptoQuant, has set tongues wagging and sparked all sorts of debates about what it could mean for ETH and the market as a whole. So, while Shiba Inu is seeing some hefty inflows to Coinbase, Ethereum is experiencing some major outflows. It's like a seesaw of crypto activity, with one token going up while the other heads in the opposite direction. According to CryptoQuant's latest findings, a whopping 336,000 Ether were pulled out of the trading platform on June 12, amounting to around $1.17 billion. This isn't a one-off thing either. It's actually the 5th time this year that withdrawals from Coinbase have surpassed 150,000 Ether. And get this, the size of these transactions has been all over the map, ranging from $400 million to $1.2 billion. So, if you're in a situation where you're 1.1 billion, it's a clear sign that some heavy hitters are making moves in the market. Looking at the sheer size and frequency of these withdrawals, it's pretty clear they're not coming from your everyday Ethereum traders. Nope, these moves seem more like the work of whales or big institutional players flying under the radar. See, transactions of this magnitude are usually way out of the league of your average retail trader. They're more in line with what you'd expect from heavy hitters, with massive stakes and some serious market strategies up their sleeves. And now, as for why they're making such massive moves, well, that's where things get a bit fuzzy. We're all just speculating at this point. But if we look back at history and how the market tends to behave, we might glean some clues. Remember when Coinbase saw similar big-time withdrawals for Bitcoin before the launch of Bitcoin spotted ETFs earlier this year? Well, some folks are thinking that maybe, just maybe, the current Ethereum exodus is a sign that people are gearing up for potential Ethereum spot ETFs down the line. But hey, it's all just educated guesswork. For now. And now, if these withdrawals aren't just the exchange shuffling things around internally, they could actually be a pretty good sign for Ethereum's future. Here's why. When you take a bunch of Ethereum out of circulation, especially in such massive amounts, you're basically creating scarcity. And in the world of economics, scarcity tends to drive prices up. It's like basic supply and demand stuff, you know? And that's especially important for Ethereum. And that's why Ethereum is so popular. And that's why Ethereum is so true in the wild and wacky world of crypto, where emotions and market sentiment can swing things pretty wildly. So while we can't say for sure what exactly this big Ethereum exodus will mean for the market right this second, most folks tend to see moves like this as a positive sign in the long run. After all, reducing the supply of Ethereum floating around, coupled with the potential introduction of new investment goodies like Ethereum spot ETFs, could be a recipe for some serious price hikes down the line. But hold on. Before we all get too hyped up about the Ethereum ETF hitting the markets, there's a crucial point we need to understand. A top industry exec is sounding a bit of a cautionary note here. See, they're saying that when it comes to spot Ether ETFs, we shouldn't expect the same huge influx of cash on day one, like we saw with Bitcoin ETFs. Here's the deal. Bitcoin's got this pretty straightforward use case as a store of value, which made it easier for investors to wrap their heads around. But Ethereum? Well, it's a bit more complicated. Its value is tied to all of the value of Ethereum. There's all sorts of tetchy stuff like smart contracts and decentralized apps, which can be trickier to put a price tag on. According to Stephen Richardson, who's a big shot in the financial world, there's still a lot of work to be done in figuring out how to properly measure Ethereum's worth. Without a clear consensus on that, we're probably not going to see the same frenzy of cash pouring into Ethereum ETFs like we did with Bitcoin once. But hey, here's the silver lining. Even though day one might not be as explosive, many folks believe that in the long run, the Ethereum ETF could be a major changer for the whole crypto scene.